Hello, everyone. I am reviewing the book When Crickets Cry by Charles Martin. My aunt recommended this book to me, and I recommend this book to you. This book is, I would call it a heart story in every sense of the word. There is a past love story between a husband and a wife. There is a heart story about a little girl named Annie. And there is also a potential future love story in the book. Now, Charles Martin, he paints a picture with his words. I live in Georgia. I live in Powder Springs, Georgia. And I could relate to this book because it's set in South Georgia, and it is mainly set around a lake. And I love water. I love lakes. And the setting, there are many different things about the setting, but there are a couple parts where he talks about like lightning, thunder, storms in Georgia, and I can definitely relate to that. And just the picture of the lake that he creates is beautiful. But more than that, he paints a picture of each character. And really, there isn't a character that you hate in this book. You fall in love with every single character, even the characters that have big flaws. He kind of gives you a background about them and you fall in love with them. And then he talks about each character's heart. And many things have to do with the heart. But this is called When Crickets Cry. If I remember right, about halfway through the book, you find out why crickets cry, and you find out how you can hear them cry. And then at the end, they might do something other than cry, but I'll leave that for the end. This book is amazing. Now, I did tell you he paints a picture, so I'm going to read just the prologue. Before you even get to chapter 1, he is painting a picture, and I love it. I just have to share it with you. Here it is. I pushed against the spring hinge, cracked open the screen door, and scattered 2 hummingbirds fighting over my feeder. The sound of their wings faded into the dogwood branches above, and it was there that the morning met me with streaks of sun-kissed cracking across the skyline. Seconds before, God had painted the sky a mixture of black and deep blue, then smeared it with the rolling wisps of cotton and sprayed it with specks of glitter, some larger than others. So right there you could see he paints a picture in the very first words of the book. Now, the ending, oh my goodness, because I just finished it today. I did not want this book to end. So I kind of held it off for a couple days, even though I was right there in the last, I would say, chapter and a half. But if you read this book all the way through, you will probably go back to page 322, which is in the previous chapter. I think it's chapter 53. But you'll go back to page 322 and you will reread that end of that chapter, or you may even read the whole chapter itself. And what I did is I actually read it out loud. Again, like I had already read the book and it had already ended, but I went back and I read it aloud to myself because I wanted to hear the words and make sure it ended the way that I thought it ended. And I would highly recommend that. If you read this book, the very last chapter, read aloud to yourself, or at least the last few pages, read aloud to yourself. And then even at the very end, the very last sentence, there's a little bit of a puzzle in there. And you'll probably remember from the book, but there is a little bit of a puzzle. You definitely know the ending of the story for sure. There's no confusion about that, but there's a little bit of a puzzle, and then there's potential for more to happen at the end. But I recommend this book, When Crickets Cry by Charles Martin. This book will grab your heart, and it will not let go of your heart until the very last word of the book. So go out and get it if you haven't already, and you will love it. And you have to comment what you thought about the very ending of the book, because it was wow to me. It was wow. And I was just amazed by the ending. So anyway, see you later. I will post on Wednesday our new book, and then Sunday nights, every Sunday night at 8 p.m., we go live on Instagram. So check us out there. And then I will post something like that on YouTube for the book next week. So everyone, see you later.